Dwayne Haskins is throwing for Terry McLaurin, and how much would you like to have a receiver make a play for you like this?
Yeah, this is nice when you could just throw this ball to McLaurin. Reach back.
Man.
He goes full Peter Parker mode. Left hand, secure that ball with the sticky fingers, webs. That's sick.
Spider-Man.
That's sick. Spider-Man.
That's Spider-Man for those of you
It's
at home.
okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's get with it. That's a sick. That's the Ohio State connection.
You know when we got
McLaurin
kids.
and Haskins.
Yeah, well,
Good point.
Peter Parker.
Good chemistry
so
there.
many thoughts jump into my mind. If there was a person on the Patriots who could make that catch, they'd be 13-0 right now. But that's a whole other conversation. With that thought in mind, that's where we're going to begin the hour. We welcome you back to another hour of Get Up. We're coming to you live from above the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17. We got a full house in literally every sense of the word, and we are ready to go. Tom Brady angry again after another loss. Only this time it's not his teammates that let him down. We'll tell you who really decided this game in Foxborough. And then the game of the year was in New Orleans. We'll tell you why one play may very well have changed the entire NFC picture. And then, if Ohio State spent the weekend winning the Big Ten title, how did they seemingly lose everything at the same time? We'll explain all those and more in this hour. Let's get up starting right now. Patriots, Chiefs in Foxborough. Although that was news to some because they sent Kansas City's equipment to New Jersey. It didn't get there until 2:40 in the afternoon.
Man.
And then Patrick Mahomes, he's got a hand, but Dan, it wouldn't keep him out of the game.
I love this. A little drip from the pocket, drip from the pressure. Great throw to McCole Hardman just with air down the field. And McCole Hardman, one of the fastest guys in the field, able to separate early touchdown for the Chiefs.
Chiefs up 10-7. First play of the ensuing possession. Tom Brady, what?
Well, he doesn't see that corner overlapping. Breland does a nice job of seeing that under route by number one. Then he overlaps the seam by number two. Great recognition by the corner.
What a day by
On
Brady.
the ensuing drive, how about the offensive creativity on the Kelsey play?
Put your best players with the ball in their hands down on the goal line. They ran this in 2017. Really good use of the Wildcat by Kelsey following the left side of that line.
Patriots booed by their fans going off the field at halftime 17-7. They need special teams to make a play, and Marcus, that's what they get.
do, and this is what great teams do. They figure out ways to try to win games. Now, obviously, this offense don't want to win a damn thing for the Patriots, but this special teams and this defense is trying to get it done as much as they can.
They convert that into a touchdown, 2-point conversion, no good. So it's a 10-point game. Still a 10-point game. Mahomes, Kelsey, fumble. Now this is a critical play for so many reasons. They call him down by contact, which means after Belichick challenges it, they do rule it a fumble correctly, but the scoop and score from Gilmore doesn't happen. Plus, Belichick has to use a challenge, which was his second one, so he has none left. And that becomes critical because on the ensuing drive, it's Brady, it's N'Keal Harry, and this is a touchdown, only it isn't.
Watch the official. He's looking right at the left foot by N'Keal Harry. This should be an easy call. There should be no question. This isn't even close to being out of bounds when it comes to NFL standards. Should have been an easy New England touchdown.
And yet the Patriots can't challenge it because they have no challenges left. And so they got to try and score, and they can't. Brady is sacked. So it's a 4-point differential on that because they make the field goal. It's 23-16. After a Patriot defensive stop, they get it back. And finally, they find some offense on a trick play.
Well, they should have James White play quarterback if they're going to throw it to Jacoby Myers to make sure that he finally catches the football. Really good urgent design and play call by Josh McDaniels to get something going for this offense.
Yes, your point being that he can't catch. Then, later in the drive, 3.5 to go in the game, 4th down, here's your ball game. Oh, Tom Brady's got wheels.
Well, really good job by Brady just seeing man coverage. Everyone's backs were turned. Second, third, or fourth quarter, there was one third or fourth down conversion. It was on a Tom Brady scramble.
Sets up another 4th down play, and Dan, here's your ball game.
Well, he's trying to find Edelman versus this all-out pressure. It's a good play. He's got Jacoby Myers underneath, but that's a great play by Breland to go over the top, not hit, and get that left hand in.
Patriots, tough loss. Bill, Brady, let's talk.
Bill, how do you feel overall right now about the state of your offense?
I think we lost a close game to a good football team. If we could play a little bit better, I think we could win.
Well, we just got to go out and try to play better and try to win, next week's game. So disappointing, but, not going to feel sorry for ourselves. Try to go back to work and do a better job.
No, not okay. All right. I mean, this has to be said. And anyone who knows anything about me knows I have been a Jet fan my entire life. I root against the Patriots every week, but the refs cost them this game. There's no other way to say it. They cost them this game. They cost them far more points than the final difference was in the score. Let me show you one more play. Right before the Brady scramble, he's got a pass in the air to Philip Dorsett. If this is an interference, then interference has never been committed in the history of professional football. But Belichick can't challenge it because he has no challenges left, and it isn't overturned from New York because it isn't in the final 2 minutes the way that happened in the Jets and Dolphins game. So, Rex, I know you want to joke about it. I know you don't like the Patriots any more than I do. But at the end of the day, when you lose a game and that many calls go against you and you're the coach, how do you feel?
Oh, trust me, I've had it happen to me against New England a couple of times. So, I mean, I'm not feeling bad for this situation. They're not going to change the rules. They're not going to do anything like that. This just happened. Is it an embarrassment on the league? Absolutely is. But here's the amazing thing to me. Like, we're sitting here saying the officials cost the game. No, how the hell New England's still in this game is beyond me.
But they are, Rex.
They got outplayed like crazy in this game. So that's something you're going to be more concerned about. Look, they're going to win their division. They're going to host a playoff game. We all get that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I would be a hell of a lot more concerned about how inept I am on offense than the officiating, which, by the way, was horrible.
Yeah, they're still in the game because they have the best coaching staff, Marcus.
Absolutely.
But either way, there's no security blanket for Tom Brady. It just seems like he doesn't trust these players, doesn't feel like he knows that somebody's going to catch the ball when he needs him to. What can they do to fix that? Because they've said they're not going to sign Antonio Brown.
Schematically, usually you try to go to something to help you, right? We look at the double pass that they threw with James White, and they got some yards to Jacoby Myers. But here's the deal. When you're deficient, this league, they pay millions of dollars to guys because they change games. The Patriots don't have one of those guys. They used to, and now I think they went under the assumption that Tom Brady could lift this team beyond what the talent was and the deficiency on the outside and the offense standpoint, but they just can't. They don't have enough weapons offensively to make anybody worry about taking care of that. Gee,
let the record show I just spilled water all over the desk, but we're fine here.
I'm going to save this just to make
Here's
sure we're
why.
okay.
Because, I mean, I just can't watch Jacoby Myers drop balls. I can't do it. He held one up in the end zone because he almost caught it. He was so excited. So let's talk for a moment there about that last play, because on the fourth down play, you're telling me Brady has Jacoby Myers open in the end zone, but he goes to Edelman anyway.
Yeah, I think Brady's got Jacoby Myers. Brady is a quarterback who always makes the right throw. For 20 years, he has thrown the ball to the right person. He has gone play over player. Okay, the read tells me to throw it to this guy no matter who he is, because I believe that he's going to make this play, he's going to make this catch. I've seen it enough. And I think what we're watching over the past couple weeks is Tom Brady having to choose players over plays or spots because he doesn't think anyone will make a play. We've talked often about this Patriots football team, and we've said it's December. They usually know who they are by now. We usually know who the Patriots are. We do. We just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
You can
we don't have any evidence that this is who New England has been.
You can bring it out to the table.
Spill on aisle 4.
I literally spilled water all over the entire desk.
Is this Bounty?
Marcus, I'm coming back to you.
They're
All
not very
kidding aside.
absorbent.
Quicker, picker, upper?
The Patriots have now lost to the Ravens, to the Texans, and to the Chiefs. Those are three teams that if they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, they're going to get through. I will ask both of you, Marcus, starting with you. Do you see any way in the world New England has been in 3 straight Super Bowls that they make it 4?
Hell no. All right? And listen, this is not about the coaching staff, Tom Brady at this point. This is about how good the teams are that they have to go through. I think we get caught up and enamored with the New England Patriots because we've watched them for so long have so much success. Well, good things come to an end. Like you, a few weeks ago, you said LSU couldn't go into Tuscaloosa. We have grown accustomed to saying, well, the Patriots will get over it. The problem is they don't have nobody to get them over it. That's the issue. They've always at least had one guy that was special that could change games. Recently, that was Gronk. You look at this roster on offense, they don't have it.
Rex,
No,
agree?
there's no speed.
No way to get out of the AFC.
No chance. No, absolutely no chance. Look, we talked about Tom Brady has lifted this team.
Yeah.
Why? They beat the teams that they could have. All right? They've won 10 games. How the heck this team has won 10 games is beyond me. We've never seen this bad a Patriot team. I love their defense, but this offense, there's no chance.
All right, so that's the top of the AFC. Let's talk about the top of the NFC and what may very well have been the game of the year yesterday in New Orleans. In the second quarter, these are two great defensive teams, right? Niners and Saints. It's 27-14 in the second quarter. And then, the tricky 49ers. Dan, they've got it going on.
And you could tell by Kyle Shanahan's play calls how urgent this game was for him. He was in his bag early on with all the trickery. Double reverse pass, great throw by Emmanuel Sanders. He knew he had to score a ton of points on the road.
Sanders threw one and caught one in the same game, first Niner ever to do it. Controversy at the end of the third. Saints are back to punt, but they're not. Taysom Hill is throwing a pass. Do we have pass interference? Do we have defensive holding? We have nothing, and Sean Payton can't
you can't call pass interference because that's not part of this. They protect the punt and punt return teams. Potentially holding. From what I've been told, no official in the world is going to throw a holding flag in that situation.
Rex will explain why in a minute. Now, under 10 minutes to go. 3rd and 8 for the 49ers. Garoppolo for Kyle Juszczyk. And watch Juszczyk get hit right in the head, and this is going to give the 49ers a fresh set of downs. Rex Ryan, is it the right call?
Yeah, it's absolutely the right call. Player safety is the most important thing we have in the game, and it's the right call. I also think that Harvard education